Tony D and Little Joan, and this is a screenwriter's rant on the Prisoner's Daughter, starring Brian Cox and Kate Beckinsale, in a drama about a guy who gets out of prison to see his daughter and tries to help her and his grandson. Smash a like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 11. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So Brian Cox is really a good actor, and this role looks. I don't think it's tailor made for him, but man, he's really good in just this little bit of the trailer. There's a lot going on here. So the basic premise is Cox is getting out of jail. Beckinsale is his daughter, and she has a grandson, but the father of her kid is this guy, and he's an addict, and I guess he's a little dangerous too. So it's basically a redemption arc where he's trying to make up for the past, and so he's showing the grandson how to defend himself, how to fight, because he's getting picked on at school, and then he defends the daughter from the wacky ex, and then here he's talking about being in prison. I mean, it looks like a good drama. Select theaters June 30th, so it sounds like an art house movie. But, and she resents him because he went to prison, and then he has to, he's going to redeem himself and save her from this terrible ex, and try to. So it's, yeah. I could see this. It's not. Do I recognize him now? I don't think so. So yeah, I could see this being a good film because Beckinsale and Brian Cox are both really good. And here he is arriving. It's weird. Do they do that with prisoners? Do they escort him right door to door? I guess. Maybe he's dying. My guess would be he's dying, and that's why they're letting him out of prison. Something like that. And so he's spending his final days with her, and she has no choice because, she's so desperate for money that, he probably gets something from the state, and then he'll be able to pay her rent. And so it's kind of like she doesn't want him around, but she has no choice. And so first act, she's running out of money. He calls her, I'm getting out of prison. At first she's like, go F yourself. And so finally she is forced to accept him as a tenant because she can't see another way to get money. She's going to lose her house and possibly lose her kid. So he comes in this scene, and now he's the tenant, but she's going to try to, keep him out of her life. But of course, he's her father, even though he was terrible. And then he bonds with his grandson. It could be Ernie Hudson. It kind of looks like him. It's hard to tell because there's a shadow over his face. Anyhow, he bonds with his grandson, teaches him how to fight. Meanwhile, the ex is sneaking back in her life because she wants to get at it, see the kid. And then Brian Cox stands up to him in that scene, but I guess he's a gangster, so he's going to, smash up the place. And then the third act, I'm guessing that Brian Cox sacrifices himself to save his daughter and grandson. That would be the classic ending. Or maybe he gets beaten up really bad, or maybe he goes back to prison. See, here he's hitting him with a baseball bat. It's called The Prisoner's Daughter. It looks like a heavy drama. Here's the whole cast. I guess this is his birthday party, it looks like. The father was coming to the birthday party, but he can't behave himself, so yeah. So it looks good. I mean, Brian Cox is one of those actors, I see him for a lot of different roles. I want him to play a role in Wokistan. When they make it into a movie, I'd love to see him play Professor P, if you've read my book. He'd be perfect for it. Oh, man. And, it's the kind of role, he could play. He could play at any time, really. So it's not like an age thing. I'd love to see him in that role. Oh man, that'd be great. So yeah, I would see this. I mean, it's an art house movie. It's a perfect date movie, kind of. I mean, not a perfect date movie, but a good date movie if you're like movie buffs, like I am, and people I tend to date. Let's see, is there any? No other write up. If I had to guess, it's probably a tight 90, and because it's probably low budget for Hollywood kind of movie. They're looking for maybe it gets an Oscar nod or something. But this is solid. It's a solid premise. I think it's going to be good drama, and you got a really good cast here. I think. I mean, I don't know the other actors, but Beckinsale and Cox, they're both rock solid, and it's good to see Beckinsale in a role that's not her fighting vampires, right? You know, if you're an actor, you gotta play different roles. You can't get stuck in those parts, or else you'll be fighting vampires and all the way up until the end. Then they won't let you do anything but fight vampires. So yeah, The Prisoner's Daughters, June 30th. Check it out. And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. If you can find a more bass take, I say take it. I'll be at Super Saturday on Saturday at the Atlantic Cape Community College. So hope to see you there, and we'll see you tomorrow.